Hello, everybody. My name is Stephen. It's Friday, the November 22nd, 2024, and you're very welcome to Stephen's Online Breakdown. Yes, we're back after a couple of days hiatus, which were due to comprehensive technical updates, camera changes, beard dyeing, and all-around administrative work that only I could do because there's only me. And there's only you. Welcome. You're all very welcome to the show. It's, as I said, today it's Stephen's Online Breakdown, a slightly abbreviated version. We're going to go till maybe 1:30 because then beyond 1:30 my hunger cannot be controlled and I will start eating the microphone. So luckily I got a couple of hot dogs lined up downstairs. Oh yeah, I said couple. Couple of hot dogs for lunch on a Friday. Why not? Do not judge, lest you be judged. If you're wondering who I am, so am I actually. But I am. My given name is Stephen Stubbs. I am the presenter of the show. And what do I present to you? I present to you my normal internet browsing, and a bit of AI work. Bit of AI art thrown in for good measure. I'm waiting for my. You won't be getting a video today from me. Well, not a moving video. It might be still images strung together in a timeline, but I'm still waiting for my video generator to update without paying for it. I have a monthly subscription to Runway ML. Very dynamic and powerful. What was that noise? Did I get a Twitch follower? Ooh, I think I got a new Twitch follower, maybe. So thank you for that. Oh, hello, Steve O'Connell. Steve O'Connell has entered the chat. You're very welcome here, Steve, on this Friday afternoon. Yes, it is an afternoon. It's officially, yes, I'm hearing it now. It's officially afternoon. My hot dog brand is, that's a good question. It's the one you get from Aldi in that very tightly wrapped plastic wrapper where you get like 10 hot dogs vacuum packed. It's a vaguely German name, I think, like Wurstenburger, probably made in Kildare for Aldi. And they're cheap at $2.50 for 10. Can't go wrong with your if you want to get if you're getting processed meat, you might as well go for the cheapest, but believe me, 30 seconds in the microwave, Steve. Bit of mustard, bit of chopped onion, fried if you're fancy, and the bun, brioche bun, also from Aldi, about £2 for 20. Pop it in the microwave, 30 seconds, and then the brioche bun for like 5 seconds. You got to be very careful with the brioche bun. It'll overheat. Oh, microwave, Steve. Sorry, microwave. Steve O'Connell is asking, do I boil or fry my hot dogs? No, I'm much lazier than that. Do you think I have the time to be boiling water for hot dogs? No. 30 seconds in the microwave. Booyah. It's done. And they are a taste explosion. I'm going to have two today, Steve. I'm going to have two today. Microwave, 30 seconds. As I said, these are specially optimized Aldi hot dogs. Optimized for my pleasure. Yeah. They're like, to look at them, they're like a magazine for an anti-aircraft gun. You know those big magazines they have for the anti-aircraft guns? It looks like kind of a mini version of that. Like a strap of ammo. Hot dog ammo. And I'm here for that. I'm here for it. I might even have 3 today. Okay? I might even have 3. I might have 2 in a bun and 1 on the side. Hot dogs with a side of hot dog. Anyway, I'm glad you're all here today. It's been a fantastic morning so far for me. I've been browsing the internet. I browse the internet even before I go live to do my research and to check out all the day's news around the world. And but then I But for the next part of my browsing, I leave till I go live because I want to experience it with you in real time, so that my reactions are real and in the moment, and so that I feel seen by you and authentically. Okay, it's all about the authenticity. I'm all about the authenticity. I think I got a Twitch subscriber or a follower because I've managed to work out how to put those fancy animations on screen when someone on Twitch follows you. And I heard the audio. I heard the magic kind of music file playing, like, but I didn't see the animation because I had the animation on a lower layer. I should have had it on the top layer. So if they follow me again, I will see the animation. Anyway, this is just some admin work that you don't really need to know about, but for me, it makes me very happy. And if you are on Twitch and are not following me, then please go over to Twitch and follow me on Twitch. I have about 4 maybe now. So in 5 years' time, when I have about 1 million followers, it'll be like, wow, remember when he had 4? So this will be an historic document, this particular episode. So how's everyone doing on a Friday afternoon? I mean, it's the best day of the week. Let's face it. Unless your working week begins on Friday. And if so, I apologize. And seriously, get a different career. No job, no work should start on a Friday. So, although having said that, this is my work now. I think this is kind of like my job at the moment. We're going to really fly through it today, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna abbreviate my usual 3 hours into like an hour and a half, as I said. We are going to create some AI images together, and I am going to put it all together on the timeline in my video editing machine, which currently I'm using is DaVinci Resolve, which is free. Because I've spent sorry, my name has been on the screen way too long. I always forget to take my name off. I get mesmerized by that little lower third, it's called in the TV business. Because let's face it, this is basically TV. It's like local TV. An essential part of any live streamer's kit is the water bottle. The sucky water bottle. Is there an actual name for these? I'm sure there is. Speaking of food, I carried out an experiment the other day, which I have discussed with some of my close friends, because this idea is so groundbreaking. This is a new snack, shall we say, sweet and savory. I've created a new snack, savory and sweet snack, using ingredients and techniques known only to me. It's very much a Waterford-based delicacy, but I want to go national with this. Okay, Steve, thanks for dropping by. It's been a pleasure to chat with you here, so amiably. But yeah, it's lunchtime in your part of the world, so go forth and coffee-ize and caffeine-ize, and maybe we shall meet over the weekend at a time and place of our choosing. Unless Storm Bert stops us. Because there's another storm on the way. It seems like there's a new storm coming every day of the week. So yeah, see you. Thanks, Steve. See you later, dude. Oh my God. Bump it to the cloud. Just bear with me while I'm typing in the chat room. And I'm back. Sorry. I just noticed my music is not on. And some people don't like my music, but you know, I have to kind of keep myself entertained. And often I'm completely alone in this on this show, and there's no one watching. But so I want to be able to hear a few tunes, and they're very ambient, very, very, very chilled out, ambiontic tunes. Okay, here's my new hot take graphic. So we could have a hot take if I get Hot take. Hot take is when I get an idea for a hot take. So during the course of the show, if I get an idea, if a concept appeals to me that you would not know about normally, I will then give a hot take on that. I got many hot takes, and this show is an opportunity for me to air them, like airing grievances. Um, but as I was saying, as I was saying, um, yeah, I had a concept for a new sweet and savory food snack made with a local delicacy, but with a whole new twist on it. You know what the great ideas are, the ideas like where you see it, let's say it's a product, let's say it's, I don't know, let's think of a product that was a game changer, but then seems blindingly obvious in retrospect. Hmm, uh, any ideas there? Let me know. Now let's say this product. Let's say the burger. Let's say just a burger. A beef burger. It seems so simple, but they weren't eating beef burgers in the 19th century. They weren't eating them in the 18th century. They weren't in Roman times. They had all the ingredients. They had bread. They had buns. Definitely had buns. They had definitely had meat. They had the ability to mince meat. They had onions. I'm sure they had mustard. So they had all the ingredients. They didn't have burger sauce. That's maybe I don't think they had burger sauce. That's a more recent thing. But they had all the constituent ingredients to make a burger 2,000 years ago. But they weren't making burgers 2,000 years ago. Archaeologists have found no evidence of burgers in the Roman, Greek, anywhere in the world, really. Um, so in the 20th century, the burger was created pretty much with the bun and so on, the way it was made. And when you're eating it, you're like, this was a no-brainer. Stick some minced meat, which is delicious anyway, with some seasoning, put it between a couple of buns, brioche, um, or sesame seed buns, you know, some tomato sauce, some onions. Bang. Delicious. A foodgasm, you know? And it seems so simple in retrospect. Well, anyway, when you see what I've created in my laboratory, my kitchen, when you see it, and I have pictures to prove it was me what did it, you'll be thinking, wow, why didn't someone else think of this? How could someone else not have thought of this? In the 2 or 3,000 years of recorded history, how has no one thought of this? Um, Now, it is quite a specific Waterford. I'm based in Waterford, in case you're wondering, which is a city, a modestly sized city in the southeast of Ireland, which is a modestly sized island off the coast of Western Europe, which is a modestly sized continent. Um, Anyway, I'm not going to tell you what I did because that would be giving away my my money making secrets, because I fully intend to turn this into a major um, cash cow. Now, there's no cows involved actually. Is there beef? There could be beef options, but not at the moment. No, there's no beef options. So it's more. I will admit there might be pig meat involved. There might be chocolate involved. There might be cream involved. There might even be a type of bread involved. And the other thing involved, I won't mention. But I've taken pictures, and it's for real. I've taken pictures of what I created, and the pictures believe me, it was delicious. Trust me on that. But the pictures, you can almost taste the pictures, the photos, what I took. Anyway, that's not really relevant to today's show, but it has killed about 20 minutes of chat. And I'm very grateful for Steve O. Steve O'Connell. He's his full name, his real name, apparently. He dropped by to say hello. I'm just going to check if Twitter comments come in on my feed, because I am live on Twitter now, and no one's ever made a comment on Twitter, but maybe they have and it just didn't work, something like that. Let me just open it up, and I'm very grateful for Steve O'Connell. He's his full name. He's his full name. His real name, apparently. I'm not sure how to comment on Twitter. I'll do it on my phone. He dropped by to say hello. I was going to check if Twitter comments come in on my feed. Chat. No one's allowed chat. Why is the default no one? Oh dear, oh dear. Comment on Twitter. I'm sorry. Well, maybe they have and it just didn't work. Something like. I just noticed the default on Twitter chat settings is off, which seems a bit stupid. So nobody can chat. That seems very silly. But anyway, that's something to learn. Something I've learned for next time. Sure, no wonder nobody was chatting on Twitter. Sure, I had the chat settings turned off. That shouldn't be default. It shouldn't be default off, in my opinion, my humble opinion. So, Mr. Musk, if you're listening, sort that out, mate. Sort it out. You got time in your hands. Sort it out. So let's get to the order of business. And today we're going to start off with a few games. A bit of banter with myself mostly. But I'm here to learn. I am here. This show is about learning. Because if you're not learning, you're yearning. Yearning to learn. I think you should try and learn something every single day. Even if it's as frivolous as, you know, who are the cast members of I'm a Celebrity. Speaking of which, I was meant to watch I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. I have not watched it in years. And this was the year I was meant to get to hop on that bandwagon again. Because it's ripe. The whole I'm a Celebrity universe, it's ripe for banter, especially online. People love talking about this stuff. You know, there's entire live streams dedicated, I'm sure, to this show alone. Monetized live streams. So what I'll do is I'll check in on the latest celebrity news if I can just figure out how to change my cameras here, you know. Here I am. Hello, mate. You all right? I don't know why I'm speaking with an English accent. Oh yeah, I do, because it's an English show, isn't it? So I have affected the accent from what I they're mostly English, aren't they? Aren't they all English? Are there any Americans? Are there any Americans? And I'm a Celebrity. I don't know why my voice did that. I'm just gonna roll with the punches, you know. I'm just gonna go where my mind is going. You know, that's what you're paying me for. Okay, so this is meant to be the showbiz news. Bomb squad deployed to Gatwick after item found in luggage. Thousands were evacuated. Okie dokie. And all that jazz. The British military is ready to fight Russia. Good luck with that. What a mad, mad world. Anyway, in the way more important celebrity showbiz section of the Daily Mail website, let's check out what's happening with the great and the good of celebrity world. Celebritum, like Christendom, celebritum. Pete Wicks steps out with Strictly's Joita Pretzel amid claims they've been secretly seeing each other. Is Pete Wicks the fitness guru who kept us all trim and tapered during the lockdowns? Is that Joe Wicks? No, it's Pete Wicks. Yeah, Joe Wicks. Is he the brother of Joe Wicks? He's a handsome lad with long hair and a beard, so It could be him. Where's my tunes? That's deeply annoying. I summoned my tunes and nothing happened. Play, damn you. There you go. Tranquility. That tune is called Tranquility. Okay. No interest in that. Joe Lycett, a popular comedian, breaks his silence on shock fatherhood news and makes rare comment about mystery partner. So Joe Lycett, I'm not fully clued up on the Joe Lycett universe. I know he's a very popular comedian on online and offline. I think the presumption was that he was a little bit that he was gay. It turns out now that he's not gay and he's actually got a mystery girlfriend. I mean, the act. This is the thing about Joe Lycett. Is it an act? I like this. I like this about a comedian who goes all in on a persona. So his perceived persona was of a very camp man, and the presumption was that he was gay. I think he also leaned into that, which is fine. It now turns out he's had a kid with a secret girlfriend, but people aren't convinced. Apparently, they think it might be all a joke. Now, it's very complicated. When it comes to jokes that involve newborn babies, that's tricky. You got health insurance to think about. These things don't happen by magic. You got to cast the baby. You got to go to an agency, a reputable agency that represent babies. Not that many out there. You then got to hire a woman to play your girlfriend. So you got to pay her, obviously. I presume you got to pay the baby's parents, who will then skim it off into a slush fund, and the poor baby will never see a penny of it, probably. So there's a lot of work. You can make these throwaway comments on the internet saying, "Oh, it's all fake. It's fake." It's not as easy as you think to fake a family. Or to get your hands on a newborn baby. It's not as easy as you think. So, anyway, he's broken his silence, so maybe he's giving a bit more info he's giving us, he's clearing the air here on what exactly is going on. Joe Lycett says he understands the furor. Yeah, there's absolute furor over Joe Lycett having a baby, surrounding his shock baby announcement, admitting, "It's unexpected for me to have a baby because lots of people think of me as the gay bloke off the telly." See? The comedian, 36, has given his first interview since revealing he's become a father for the first time with his partner. He's a Brummie. Well, I didn't quite pick that up in the accent. The comedian, 36, has given his first interview since revealing he's become a father. Okay, that's the exact same sentence. The Daily Mail, I think their sub-editors, I think, have been sacked. I think it's just AI writing most of this now. And not very good AI. I mean, they can afford to get the top-notch AI. Many of the Birmingham-born comics followers were skeptical. What? Many of the Birmingham-born comics followers were skeptical he was telling the truth, given his form for pranks. And he claimed many of his fans thought his Instagram post was fake because it looked like he was holding a potato. That would be quite funny if it turned out it was just a potato. I'd give him props for that. Prop potato, in fact. I do remember. I'm not fully aware. I really should take more notice of Joe Lycett's antics, when he started going viral, because he shred money. He shred thousands of pounds live on his live stream or something, and it turns out it wasn't real money. But I mean, something like that. So are those the kind of pranks he does? The Daily Mail confirmed. I'm surprised he's 36. I thought he was a little bit older than that. Daily Mail confirmed last week the baby was real, and now Joe has spoken in detail, saying he's been crying. I've done a lot of, less so now, but the first sort of 2 weeks I did a lot of crying because I did a lot of nostalgia for the future. What? And imagine what he would be like when he was 20. So he's already thinking about his son age 20, and that's making him cry. But Joe, don't. You're already yearning for your child's future past. Live in the moment, Joe. And when he's an old man, and then worried about when he's an old man, I can't be there for him. Okay, Joe. I think he is trolling us a little bit here. Speaking on the parenting help, straight onto a podcast, monetize it. Speaking on the parenting hell podcast, not really, that's not on my playlist. I gotta say, I'm a childless man, so I don't really see myself parenting anytime soon. Joe also revealed his newborn son has sparked an unlikely new obsession. Well, you kind of should be obsessed with your kid. The one thing, Joe says, the one thing that has surprised me is that I've got really into sport. That wasn't on the bingo card. I was in the States earlier this year, and basketball was on in the bar. And the games were all between midnight and 5 a.m. So when you're up doing the feed, you know what? He's kind of saying all the things that a kind of celebrity would say when they've just had a new baby. Late Night with Lysette. That's a TV show? The Late Night with Lysette star expressed how immensely proud of. I didn't know he had his own TV show. Or is that an online thing? Late Night with Lysette present. Oh, it's a Channel 4 thing. Okay. Oh, I might check that out then. That might give me a good rundown of the man's talent. Because Channel 4, they let you pretty much do what you want to do. Channel 4 are like those really cool hippie parents that just kind of let you run wild. It's like, Dad, can I smoke this joint in the house, in the sitting room? Yeah, sure, son. You gotta explore that side of yourself. Yeah, I'm 11 years old, Dad. Sure, that's the best way to start. Best time to start is young, and then you'll know if you're an adult, you'll know whether that's the right choice for you. Okay, Dad. Why is my voice so deep at 11? Well, yeah. Anyway, we're having fun. So I'll get off this pretty quick. We only have less than an hour left. I've got games to play, and people to see, and dreams to dream. Ugh. Sorry, I should have cut to that image there when I was yawning. Anyway, it's hard to know, really, isn't it? He also reveals if this is real or not, but I hope it's a joke, because I would applaud that level of commitment. Andy Kaufman-esque. Joe admitted he did have a scare when registering his baby's name due to a historic prank in which he changed his own name to Hugo Boss in protest at the fashion brand's brutal copyright war on small businesses. Okay. Joe explained, talk about things coming back to bite you on the arse. When we went to register his name, the registrar said to me, have you been known by any other names? Okay, yeah, Hugo Boss. Funny. He's quite the character. Maybe that music is too loud in the background. My instinct is that was too loud in the background. The music sounds great in my own ears. It sounds like the correct volume. But whenever we watch this show, because I rewatch every show in detail, I've noticed it was a bit too loud, and that really annoyed me because you should be able to hear my voice clearly, and I should resonate with you clearly and uninterrupted. There should be no barrier between me and you. So they've been seen together quite a lot, says a local shopkeeper, but we haven't spoken to her much, the girlfriend. So it's all quite mysterious as to who she is and how they met. It's almost like she is a hired actress who's just turning up for the photo ops. Now, I added that part. She didn't say that. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was all a joke. Who cares? You know, he's very good. I think a lot of his shtick is to parody and satirize the media landscape. And this is the kind of thing he would probably have been studying for many years. The way the media treats newborn babies and or mysterious girlfriends, mysterious partners, you know, that kind of thing. So this would be the kind of thing he would. Let's see what the comments are saying. Do people buy this? Are they buying into it? I think it's lovely. Anon in London says, "Oh, I think it's lovely. It's nice to read a bit. It's nice to read about a bit of happiness for a change." Smiley emoji. Turf7 in Stockport says, "Fiora, I don't think so. What is it with these so-called stars? Tongue in cheek. 99.9% of the population aren't bothered at all." Now, that's not, I don't know what a Stockport accent is, so whatever. Mostly people saying, I don't know who this is. And Joe Lysette would be, he'd find that funny as well. People commenting saying, I don't know who this is. Who is this guy? I don't watch the TV. Then why'd you click on the story? He would love that. He would love that. So he would. Now, back to, I'm not going to read about I'm a Celebrity because I want to catch up on the episodes I've missed so far. Oh yeah, it's going to be an I'm a Celebrity, a weekend binge, because it's Storm Bert is on the way, so you won't be leaving your house. So you might as well stay home and binge I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here. I'm looking particularly good today, I must say. I'm looking pretty good today. New mum Jenna Coleman cuts a stylish figure in a cropped trench coat as she enjoys a night out in London. Wonderful. Zac Efron transforms into a robot and is hunted by the US Army. Great. Made in Chelsea. Couple split. Dwayne Johnson shows off his buff physique. There's been some controversy about these photographs of The Rock in the new Moana live-action remake, wherein they take a cartoon and then remake it again, scene for scene, but with real humans. They should have just saved time and money and done it the first time around, because what you should know about animation is a lot of the time they film it with actors first in big green screen studios, and then they use those performances to link the animated characters onto the it's called mocap, motion capture. So they should have shot them simultaneously. They should have shot the real actors and then did the cartoon version. But yeah, Dwayne Johnson put on an animated display. So he's been photographed on the set of the new Moana. But people were saying, I've heard some people making snide remarks saying, he's not that big. He's not that big. You see? You see his arms here and his arms here. There's something not quite right there. Dwayne displayed his impressive physique this week while filming scenes, leaving fans eager to discover the secret behind his jaw-dropping form. The secret is lots of hours in the gym, lots of protein tablets, 6 days a week workout, which involves 6 workout sessions per week done on 6 different days. He's showcased his routine on Instagram for Black Adam, which no one went to see. So it's a lot of wasted time, really. It still looks a bit not right. There's something about the torso. The arms look okay, I suppose. But there's something about the arms... Sorry, the stomach that doesn't look right. I mean, they don't match his tattoos either. So they have to tattoo over his initial tattoos. His actual tattoos have been covered over. It's an interesting one. There's I think an extra layer has been put over his torso. An extra layer of plastic or something. Let me know if you know any more details on this. Because he looks, something's not quite right. He's 52 now. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's go on to our first game, which is, as always, is Framed. We have 6 guesses. We have 6 guesses to guess a film using randomly chosen frames. Although I don't think they are randomly chosen because they get progressively easier, so they're not randomly chosen. So ignore what I just said. Now, that looks a lot like the spooky upstairs in Fire Walk With Me, David Lynch film, but I would be surprised if that's even in the list. It is. No. But it was a good guess for me, Stephen. Thank you. What's this? Wow. So the format here looks a bit very... It looks like some kind of digital format. So we got a black-haired actress on a black couch. We got a black-haired actress on a black couch. She's smoking a pipe or something, is she? She's rolling a doobie. I'm not sure I've seen this film. But even if I haven't, I hopefully I can work out what it is just through cultural osmosis. I have no idea. Let's just type in Scream because Scream 3. Oh. Okay, so I'm getting kind of horror movie vibes. Well, I was kind of right there with Scream and the right ballpark. Ooh. Okay, so judging by the TV, the make of the TV, we're talking, it's not recent, it's not modern times. It could be set in the mid-noughties. Anywhere from the mid-90s to mid-noughties, really. Maybe even later, because after 2010, it's pretty much all flat-screen TVs. The cathode ray has been set aside on the dustbin of history. So, it could be a mid-noughties horror, something like Ringu, like the American remake of those Japanese horror movies, which I've not watched. We'll go with The Ring. Something like that. The Ring. Now that's the American remake. Okay, so. Wow. This is not. Well, there's a flat screen TV. So that's kind of put the cat amongst the pigeons. It's the same room. Flat screen TV. Maybe I'm obsessed a bit too much over the TVs. And I'm missing the big picture. Forgive the pun. I honestly don't know. I don't know where to go with this. I'm still thinking it's some kind of creepy. It's some kind of found footage film, maybe. So let's say Paranormal Activity or something like that. You know, that kind of nonsense. Paranormal Activity, just to get the ball. Oh, I got it! Bang! Well, I'm very surprised. Very surprised. I'm very surprised. Because there's a lot of found footage films, horror films, haunted house, paranormal movies. So for me to have just gotten it right off the bat there, because there's so many now. But Paranormal Activity was was one of the first ones, really. And I suppose it was mid-noughties, so I kind of was correct. Actually, what year was the original Paranormal Activity? Paranormal Activity. Paranormal Activity. Paranormal Activity. Paranormal Activity 2. Tokyo Night. Paranormal Activity. That's 2. Paranormal Activity. It's a film franchise. 2007. So I was right. Mid-noughties. I suppose flat screen TVs were coming in by the mid-noughties, by 2007, for the wealthier amongst us, I suppose. So it was an interesting crossover where you would still have a little cathode ray TV in the spare room, and then in the main living room you might have splashed out for a big flat screen TV, which would have cost you about $5,000 back then. If you pick them up for about 200 quid now, and spare change, you know. So basically, my logic was flawless there in all ways. And I have 2 guesses left, so it would have been that. Well, you know, I wouldn't have gotten it from that. I would have got it from that. Yeah, the final image, I would have got it. But once again, there's about 6 of those movies, so it could have been any of them, really. On the ball, never watched it. No, not my scene. Not my cup of tea. You know, I get it. I get it why it's scary. CCTV footage is scary. Found footage, the real thing, is scary. But, you know, to me, the scares are cheap. They're cheap scares. You know? Like silence, 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 bang. Or someone sleeping and then suddenly, you know, movement. You know. But it's made an absolute shit ton of money. So fair play to everyone involved. Okay, now we'll go on to our next game, which is called Faces. Faces and places. Places. It don't matter if you're black or white. That's what I was trying to remember there. So here we go. Guess the 2 actors in this image. Person 1 is a male. I'd say he's the one with the beard of the 2. Is it 2 males? Oh, it is 2 males. That makes it harder. So, where do we go with this? Nice goatee. I don't think it's George Clooney because it was George Clooney a couple of days ago, and I think the game would not pick George again. It looks a bit like Ray Romano, the sitcom star, but he's not really a movie star. I think it is mostly movie stars what does make up these conundra. Oh, I'm starving. Absolutely starving. I might finish this at 1 o'clock today, actually. There's no one watching. So I might finish at 1 o'clock so I can get my teeth into some hot dogs. 1 hour streaming is that's no mean feat. So it's been pretty action packed so far. Thanks to Steve O'Connell for tuning in. I'm sure many others have dipped in and out, like putting your toe in a cold pond. You're like, okie doke, I won't be doing that again. Or that's enough. That's enough. Like, I think I'll just have a little look at Stephen's online breakdown. I'll just click on the video and that's enough. Swipe, swipe, swipe. That's fine. I'm used to rejection. I'm used to being ignored. But I'll have the last laugh and my vengeance will be total. Bump it to the cloud. I will bump my vengeance to the cloud. Anyway, let's get through this now because I want to quit at 1 o'clock and go for my hot dog. I'm having 2 hot dogs today. Cannot be denied. I discussed it earlier. I will not apologize. So this person, eyes wide shut. Eyes wise, I'm getting a little bit of Adrian Brody's eyes. Let's check out that. We got to guess something. Adrian Brody, is he here? He must be. It's probably A, is it? He must be here. Ray Romano is one of the Ray Romano is in the guest list. Sorry, you're not even seeing this. I apologize profusely and absolutely. So remember I said earlier, it looks a bit like Ray Romano, but I said, but he's a sitcom star. This is for movie stars. But I mean, he is in a few movies. So let's check it out. Yep. Ray Romano. I suppose it was the just the general shape of the head was a Ray Romano type head. And I guess, yeah, his eyes are, they are Ray Romano. It pretty much just looks like Ray Romano. A graying Ray Romano, I'm amazed that Adrian Brody is not. That was serendipitous that I started typing Brody because I wasn't even going to guess Ray Romano, so we could have been here all day. Okay, we got to guess someone. We'll do George Clooney again because Adrian Brody is not there, which is insane. Now I knew it wasn't him. Born 1937. Holy guacamole! So if he was born in 1934, he'd be 90. So he's 87. 87 years old. And he's been fused digitally with Ray Romano. Poor fella. What a way to end your days. He's 87. Oh. 80. There's not that many 87-year-old actors. Well, he could be dead. I think some of these actors are dead, which opens things up a bit. Tricky. Very tricky. So, I mean, 47, 57, 67. So this guy would have come of age, he'd be 30, 47, 57. He would have been in his early 30s by 1970. So throughout the 70s, he would have been he'd be in his 30s all through the 70s. 40s in the 80s, 50s in the 90s. It's kind of mad to think that if you're in your 50s in the 1990s, you're now nearly 90. That's kind of scary. I wasn't in my 50s in the 90s, but I'm in my 40s now. So I'm starting to do the math. And I don't like the calculations. I don't like the solutions to the calculations that I'm getting. I don't know. It's hard to even take a guess here, but I gotta. Okay. We'll say Jack Nicholson because he's around that age. I don't see any part of that face that's Jack Nicholson. Okay, Shawshank Redemption, 7, Lucy. I mean, come on. It's Morgan Freeman, obviously. I don't see any of Morgan Freeman's face or hair. Maybe the goatee. Morgan does have a grey speckled goatee of late. There you go. So is it a goatee? It's a goatee. It's I don't know. I mean the grey hair, obviously, but I mean it's it's pretty much Ray Romano. It's about 80% Ray Romano, 10% Morgan Freeman, 10% unknown person, an unknown third. There you go. I think we'll finish off with a quick quiz. A quick quiz to flex my what you call it? General knowledge. The second knowledge is not necessary. Just to flex my general knowledge. What is a common nickname for the English city of Oxford? The city of dreaming spires? Correct. Who is the last in this series? Venus Smith, Dr. Kathy Gale, Mrs. Emma Peel, Tara King. Okay, so they are the assistants to Steed in the Avengers TV series. So they're his 4 assistants: Venus Smith, Kathy Gale, Emma Peel, and Tara King. Who was the last in this series? Ooh. Well, I didn't really know he had more than one. Emma Peel. Purdy. I remember the name Purdy. That's the only name that my brain is remembering Purdy being attached to the Avengers TV series. I didn't really watch that show much. Maybe as a kid I watched the odd episode. I mostly remember Emma Peel. Oh, and another woman, but Purdy, I was correct. They are the female characters who have played together with John Steed in the British TV series The Avengers and the New Avengers. Oh yes, the New Avengers was the 70s version, the update sequel series, and I think he did have a number of assistants then. But in the original series, it was mostly Emma Peel, played by Diana Rigg. A person in disgrace is said to be what? They're in the doghouse. A German naturalist and artist working laterally. He was working laterally. So he was laterally thinking in the Netherlands, creating seminal, not seminal, seminal paintings. Well, seminal paintings would probably be a huge success now in the degenerate concept art world. Or performance art. Good Lord. Don't invite me to that performance, if you know what I mean. If you know what I... Sorry. Don't invite me to that seminal... Don't invite me to that. Don't invite me to that seminal performance, if you know what I mean.
Oh, matron!
Uh. Okay, a German naturalist and artist working laterally, blah, 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 creates seminal paintings of flora and fauna. I don't know this. Including the full cycle of an insect, its plant, and other context. Sounds kind of boring to me. Okay, who was who? Wait, hold on. Maria. Ephraim. George Leclerc. Louis Leclerc. Wrong. The answer is Maria Sibylla Merian. Merian travelled to Suriname in 1699 and recorded the flora and fauna there. Oh. Her work was celebrated for its scientific accuracy and for bringing a new standard of precision. Okay. Okay, so I can see why that was seminal. Kind of, it raised the bar for figurative art. What is the name given to a bone fracture when the bone bends and splinters rather than breaks in two? That's a compound. No, what's the name when a bone bends and splinters rather than breaks in two? That's a compound fracture. Bollocks! It's a green stick. I did not know that, but I do now. Who was the first recipient of the Pierre de Coubertin World Fair Play Trophy? Awarded six since 65. Well, that means, the clue, the answer is in the question. If the first recipient was awarded after 1965, then it has to be Franz Jonas. Oh. They tricked me. They tricked me. I keep seeing Jason Statham in that fucking VW ad. That's distracting me. You know, I can't work like this. Anyway, George, the answer is Eugenie Monti. Of course it is. 1960 to 64 Winter Olympics. All were recipients of one of the various Pierre de Coubertin medals honoring athletic fair play, either at the time or posthumously. All right, so they went back in time and gave people. Sure. I mean, that's ridiculous. Come on. Louis Long is frequently cited as a winner of one of the boring. What were the provisions of 60? What? What were the provisions of Oxford in 1258? The statute setting up the University of Oxford. Yeah, it's probably 800 years old. Wrong. The constitutional reforms to the English government. Great. That worked out well, didn't it? And that's pretty much it, I think. How did I do? There's no actual... Oh, sorry. You completed 7 questions. You got answered 3 questions correctly. You've answered 4 incorrectly. Damn, that's bad for me. That's really bad. I thought I was doing quite well there. I think I was too cocky. Too cocky. But I was trying to get through quick because I want to finish up the show and go eat my hot dogs. Because I'm starving. Is there a hot dog gif? I'm finding it hard to talk today. Do you ever have days where you find it hard to talk? I don't find it hard to talk in another accent. It's just in my own accent I find it hard to get the words out. Maybe that's why I like roleplay so much. Sorry, what am I doing? I am looking for hot dog gif. Hot dog. I'm sure there is. And I'll bump it to the cloud then. hot dog, jumping frog. Wow, I don't see a hot dog. I don't see a hot dog. Oh, there's one. Or is that a snake? No. Whoops. Oh, you're seeing that on screen. Sorry about that. There we go. There's loads of hot dogs. Blatant louds. Never mind a snake. I am starving. I'm just going to do a little thing. So this will save me some editing time later. But if I do this like this now, put that there. Get rid of this bloody thing. Go away, snake. So make that a bit bigger. Just to cover up Europa. Oh wow. This is now like one of those TikTokers who go yum yum hot dog yum yum hot dog yum 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 hot dog. I like. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. More hot dog. Yum yum. Mustard. No, thank you. Mustard. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today's show. Anyway, thank you. Take 3. Thank you for watching Stephen's Online Breakdown. I'm off to have a hot dog. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody.